ways, I grew up with a very normal life. I climbed trees with my brother and played with the neighbor kids and rode my bike and roller skated down the steepest driveways in the neighborhood. And I was pretty fearless, even though I lost my sight at the age of 3. I remember sometime in the middle of grade school realizing that even though I had been fearless and played and had fun fearlessly, the world saw me as different because I couldn't see. And I think I lost a lot of my fearless passion for the world and kind of exchanged that for a lot of shyness and a lot of sort of introvertedness. And one of the things that was really, really hard for me was to accept myself, because I realized that other people were uncomfortable with me. And sometimes I would try to bridge that gap by making them laugh. Sometimes I would just kind of run away and hide and try to meet as few people as possible, try to encounter as few people as possible. I remember a time when I was maybe 9 or 10 and going through a really rough time of rejection, as many adolescent, preteen kids go through, but feeling that it was all because of the fact that I couldn't see. And I remember my mom saying to me, "Ginny, there are days when you'll say Jesus is your best friend, but then there are days when you'll know that he's your only friend. And you just have to trust that those days will come and those days will go, and that's okay. That's how life is." So that was a very valuable lesson to me, one that I really didn't learn even until later in life. I guess I keep learning it even, but I went through high school and was very busy and active and tried to sort of cover up my disability that way by just sort of being the best at everything and trying to be successful at everything, so that people would sort of forget the fact that I couldn't see, forget the elephant in the room. And then after college, I guess, was when I began to wake up to the fact that perhaps God could use my shortcomings, or what the world saw as my shortcomings, in ways that I would not be able to even imagine. Another part of my learning to accept myself, though, came as I ventured into the music business, and I learned how important it was to be ultra thin and to always have perfect hair and perfect makeup. And I actually remember one time a person that worked with me, a person I love dearly, but a person that worked at the record label, saying, "We can't send you out with this artist or that artist, because they'll show you up, because they're beautiful and they're toned and they're tan and they look, they look more beautiful than we can make you look." And that was a huge waking up moment, a whole new insecurity that I had never really faced before. So as I walked through that insecurity, I found comfort in several different verses. One in Psalm 50 that says, "The king is enthralled with your beauty." And basically it says, go and live like you know that and like you believe that. And so I began to learn to embrace the fact that God had made me who I was, and since he was the author of beauty and the author of perfection, of course he had poured beauty into me. Of course he had molded and created and made me with beauty, because that's what he does. He would not author or create any of us without beauty. He doesn't do that. And as I speak that to myself every day, it's certainly a daily process, but I learned that the one who loves me most, ironically, is the one who knows me the best and knows my flaws far better than anyone else. But he's also the one that accepts me unconditionally all the time. But in my darkest hour,